Good morning, everyone. Here we are again, seeing how they're mocking us still. They don't stop. Now they're talking about a young baby that's died with COVID, of course. And now they're pushing for baby jabs, which is pretty sad, isn't it? Because they're working so well. This same woman on the screen here just had over a week off because she had a faint line on her rat tests, which apparently half these tests don't even work. Let's have a listen to what crap they're spinning today, these two. Here we go. Oh, no sound. That won't help. We'll try that.
A 23-month-old toddler has died in Queensland of coronavirus, marking the state's first COVID death of a child under 5. It brings the total number of deaths nationally to 14 for children under the age of 9. It comes as virus numbers keep climbing, with new modelling revealing hospitalisations will likely peak in August. Meanwhile, the TGA is cracking down on dodgy COVID tests, removing 4 rapid kit brands from sale. Sunrise GP Dr.
Wow, and they're going to tell me about saving the planet. So these 4 brands that you've taken off the shelves because they don't work, which have given these false figures to the system. Where are they going to end up? In landfill? Going to end up around a turtle's neck? You know what I mean? It's just a mockery of our own sanity. Oh, God.
Jenny Mansberg joins me now. Good morning to you. Losing a child is obviously completely heartbreaking. Is Atagi any closer to getting a vaccination for kids under 5?
Who knows? I think a lot of parents have got the same question. So we know that it was approved by the Therapeutic Goods Administration. Then we need 2 more things to happen. Atagi needs to approve it, hopefully soon. And the second thing is we need supply, because we don't yet make this in Australia. We've got to import it in from overseas. And it's another barrier as well.
Okay, because they're doing it overseas, aren't they? We're just not,
haven't got
it
it
here. So cases are likely going to peak in coming weeks. We keep hearing that. How much of a concern? How can we prepare?
Well, how do you know that these cases are going to peak? Because these high numbers you got have all been done, most of them have been done with these faulty rat tests. So you need to go and adjust your figures. Because this woman on the left, she just had a week off, sitting at home, obviously not sick. She was able to clean up her pantry and clean up her bathroom and cook and do all these things, but took advantage of it anyway. Like, this is just a joke.
Listen, you're reporting the news every single day. This is a huge concern. It's really disrupting hospitals. They're already so...
Funny how I've dropped in there. Like, let's put that into that context. Yeah, every day you've been reporting on this, putting fear and creating panic every day. Like, these two are a joke. This woman is a joke. Her and Professor Nancy Baxter. I'll do a video on her one day. She's just been milking this whole thing the whole time. Unbelievable.
Burnt out. We've got deaths. We've still got a lot of people with long COVID. I think there's a lot of things, though, that...
And what's long COVID anyway? It seems like you just keep making new excuses every day to cover your butts for... We know exactly what
we can do. So I think because we know this is going to be just for the next month or so, I would wear a mask everywhere indoors, even if you hate it. It's just for a short time. The second thing, I
haven't worn one yet and not planning to. If you want to wear one, that's your choice, but you guys pushing this, creating more fear, more panic, more division, because, that's all this is. It's really, this is a psyop of the highest regard.
Do is, if you haven't been getting around to getting your booster or getting your 4th dose if you are eligible, can we just move that up your priority list?
Really?
Just for a short time. The second thing I do is, if you haven't been getting around to getting your booster or getting your 4th dose if you are eligible, can we just move that up your priority?
So this woman here has had all the boosters. She's up to her 4th shot. Was at home with this disease, inverted commas. You for real? It doesn't do anything. It just you're making a mockery. Meanwhile, you're going to tell us that there's 40 trillion jobs out there that but you've got to be jabbed to get them, and they're the people that are at home sick, getting $750 to stay at home. This is a joke.
Priority list and do that as soon as possible. It takes 2 weeks to have effect. And the third thing that I would do is if you have a sniffle in the next few weeks, please don't assume it's not COVID. Can you?
Oh, if you have a sniffle in the next few weeks, just panic and think the worst. Instead of, hang on, we're in the middle of winter and I've been out in the cold air and I might have a sniffle because my immune system and my nose, it goes into protection mode to protect you by creating a mucus to stop things getting in. Oh, science.
Assume it is COVID and go and get yourself tested. If you have a positive rat, you know what to do.
Well, if you have a positive rat, you've just told me that they're faulty. So what does that mean? She's going to make you go get a PCR test to be a paranoid hypochondriac.
Negative rat, go and get a PCR.
Okay, on the...
So if you get a negative rat, go and get a PCR. So why have a rat? Why not just go get a PCR? Why are you still flogging these rats if they're not even accurate?
Rats, a number have been removed from the market. Why?
Mainly because they couldn't come up with evidence that they're even testing it against the new variant. So that's a...
Wow. Listen, they're even telling you how much a load of crap this is. Right there in your face. And people are still playing along like a bunch of fucking zombies. Like, really? It don't do anything. The tests don't work. They never have. So they've had people staying at home over nothing, over a sniffle, over a bloody a headache or whatever. And meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of us that can't go to work still.
So the new variants, the ones that are on the market, are they picking up the new variants?
We hope so. So the most accurate...
We hope so. This is just a fantasy land. They're not picking up anything. How could they? None of this shit's been isolated. That's one main thing. It's just they really are taking the piss out of you. And I'll put up a video later to confirm that they are testing for nothing, because there is nothing.
Data we have is from the beginning of the Omicron wave, where we knew that if it says that you're positive, don't worry about it. If it says you're negative, 63% accurate. That gets better by the time you've been, had COVID for a week. But for the first few days, it's only 63% accurate. So my message would be, if and anecdotally it's worse, again, with BA4, BA5. So if you have a negative rat but you still have symptoms, can you just go and get a PCR?
Why even bother? Like, with this rat thing, who's making the money out of all these rats? You've got how many on the market? Obviously a crap load. And so somebody's making millions, billions of dollars out of this rubbish, and you're still pushing it, and now you're telling me they're useless, I've got to go get a PCR. These two women should be in jail for misinformation and putting fear into the public. What a joke you are.
To be sure.
Okay, and even if it's the faintest line like mine was...
That's positive.
Right, you can't be a little bit COVID.
You can't be a little bit pregnant either. You can't be a little bit COVID.
Okay.
A little thin line
But you can be a lot retarded.
is still a line. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for nothing, and stop milking this. This is a joke.